Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've had a number of shower setups in my micro camper and they have all been fine, but the problems always came down to the water container. I've had collapsible buckets, I've had big containers, but I have always been trying to streamline the setup, and today I think I've found it. The amazing guys over at Flextail reached out and asked if I'd like to review their Flextail Tiny Shower Bag on-the-go shower system. This could be the all-in-one system I'll be looking for, so let's get into it. Before I do get into it, I have reviewed a few of their products like the Max Air Pump 3, and I've also reviewed their tiny portable shower, but I'm a fan of the products because not only are they usable, they've got a premium build, price is just right on them, but they also look cool as well, so let's get into it. So it's just one bag. First up we get the shower hose. So this is pretty much like the same one that I've got with my other setup, some wee accessories, so we'll check these out first, and then it's just the bag. So we also get a temperature sticker. Fill up the bag, you can put warm water as well as cold water in it, so you'll be able to check the temperature with that. It's pretty nice. The USB-C charging cable and basically just your manual. And then lastly we've got the bag itself. I'm just going to have a wee look at it. So first impressions, it does feel solidly made. Nice plastic rubbery material. A wee strap here so that you can hang it. It's got a loop at the side. You can hang it from a tree, from your car, basically anywhere that you can get a loop. And then at the back you've got your water inlet, and it's actually attached to a piece of plastic as well, so you don't take it off and then lose it. And it has got a nice wide water inlet as well, so you're not going to spend ages trying to fill this with water, so that's pretty nice. We'll do a leakage test and see if any water gets out. So the cool thing about this bag is it's actually a 20 litre bag. The one that I was using the last time was a 15 litre, and at the back you can see we've got different measurements from 5 litres to 20 litres. And then on the front at the bottom you do have the power unit. This is where you would charge the USB-C, and it's got the power button there. You just attach the hose here, but we will cover the setup. And at the bottom you do have a valve here, but this is just a way to cut the water off so it's not going to leak out the hose or leak out the valve when you've not got it attached. So let's get into the features. So the water capacity of the bag is 20 litres or 5 gallons with a weight of only 916 grams, and with the bag at a 20 litre capacity it weighs roughly around about 19.5 kilograms. And like I said, you've got that nice big 8.5 centimetre wide water fill inlet opening, and at the bottom we do have the battery pump at 9.25 watt hours or 2500 milliamp hours, capable of recharging to full in 3.5 hours from Type-C charging. Just below the charging port we do have the nozzle, which when attaching the shower head does have a nice lock pull mechanism, so it's not going to fall out easily. And then on the side you can see we do have an on and off valve. So with the shower you do have two settings, high flow and low flow. So on the high flow you get a runtime of roughly 35 minutes, which equates to roughly 5 7-minute showers. On the low flow it doubles up to 70 minutes, giving you 5 14-minute showers. On the top we do have this nice handle to hang anywhere, or you can use it to carry it. And with the shower head up to around about 6 feet you do get a 2 metre radius. And on the shower you do have an on and off cut off, so you can turn the head on or off, and you do have this nice little hook, if you want to call it that, on the back of it where you can pull it up, so you could have this hanging as well as the bag, so you don't actually need to touch the thing at all if you want to just have that true shower experience outside. So there is actually two different versions of this. There's the bag version, which I've got, and there's the bucket version, which is here. And to be honest, they both do the exact same. They both carry the same amount of water, they both have the same speed, they both have the same charger at the bottom. The only thing different is the fact that you can hang this. So there will be pros and cons for the bucket version. Again, I've only got the bag version, but from what I've saw on the website, there isn't really much in it, and it's just going to come down to preference. Do you want to hang it or do you want to have it on the ground? So we will see if you can still use this on the ground like the bucket version, or whether this will sit nicely while you're using it on the ground, so we'll test that. So just to quickly cover the present setup that I'm working with in my shower just now is this. The hose is pretty much identical. Actually it is identical, but with this one I've got the small Flextail shower. So there you go, it's almost like for like, but just no obviously as thick as that one, and it's still got power if you can hear that. It does last even when you're not using it, the battery's not draining like crazy. But like I said at the start of the video, the problem comes in when you need to find a container to put it in, and this is the container that I'm using from Ridge Monkey. And I love this big container because it's the only one I could find with a nice wide water inlet so that when I pour the water in, this fits in easily. But the problem comes in when this goes in, it could lay on its side, or you know, there's no way of making sure that this is sitting nice and flush on the bottom of the water. But this has pretty much been the setup. The difference is when you're finished using this, can pretty much fit anywhere you put it, as opposed to that. And that's it, get 20 litres of water in it. Weight wise, it's manageable. As I said in the features, it is around about 19 to 20 kilograms. I think the first test we should try is, will it stand on its own, like the bucket one? Nah. I think if you want one that's going to be planted on the ground, you're going to need to go with the bucket version. This one is good because you can hang it, and again, you don't need to fill it up to 20 litres. So as you can see, the valve's turned off, so there's no water at all. And as you can see, the valve is in the off position. So let's turn it on. Yep, so there you go, it shows you how good it is at cutting the water off. So let's try a leak test from where you put the water in. Now remember, there is drips on it, so any drips could be coming from the top of it, but so far it is dry. So at max capacity, we've got no leaks from the water inlet or the spout it comes out of. So let's get it hooked up with the hose. It's got a quick lock mechanism, so all you do is just press, you'll hear that click. And the good thing is you can turn it 360 for whatever angle you need it at. And when you're ready to let the water flow, just make sure to turn it on at the valve here. But before you turn the water on there, just make sure that the shower head is set to off. And when you're ready and you've got the water valve open here, you hold and long press it. You'll see the light come on, and then just press it again to activate it in low mode. And then just turn the shower head. And then for a faster stream, click it again. And then to put it into standby mode, click it one more time, and then to turn it off, you hold and long press it, like that, and then just turn the shower cap to off, turn the valve off, and that's it now off again. So if you've got a tailgate van like me where the reverse door goes up the way, you can have a setup similar to this. So with the Flextail water bag there, you then have the shower head up here. You can see how long that hose is. Check it out. And that's on low mode, so let's put it on high. But it is on par with the one that I had, but it does look a bit more powerful if I'm being honest. And again, you've got this nice wee like hook, so you can hang it, or if you need to hang it, or you can just hold it like this. But that's how powerful it is. We can have it up that high, and look at the force we're getting. And then if we want to shut it off from here, you basically just turn the nozzle and then go down and put it in standby, and you can just cut the water off there. And then obviously when you're finished with it, you can hold it up just to drain any excess water out, but you can also as well unscrew the shower head, and then that helps get all the leftover water out. So I do have an awning that's also a shower, so when you bring the shower out, you can basically attach it with magnets to here, and it's got poles as well inside there. And with the bag, you would just keep that outside and then hang this in the shower pod. It is a shame it doesn't stand on its own like the bucket one does, but I don't know if the bucket one's foldable or if it stays the same rigid shape to make it stable enough to have it on the ground. But do you know what? All you need to do is lean it against a wheel or lean it against a wall or something. Like, it's not the end of the world, but I do like having that carry handle. So let's talk about the pros and cons. First pro, it is an all-in-one design. You have the water storage, you've got the shower head and cable, you've got the battery attached to the bag. All you need to do is charge it and fill it. Second up for me is a double. I love the design and the build quality of it. It just feels like it's going to last a while. The seams, as you saw with the water, weren't leaking, so I design and build quality for me is another pro. And the third one for me is kind of the same as what it was for the other smaller shower, and that is a nice flow rate from the shower head, from the battery, so it's a nice pressure. I think another one for me is the portability and stowability. Again, this is what I had before. When you use all the water up in this can, it still stays that big. When you use the water up in this, you can fold it. So this takes space, this doesn't. And I think another pro for me is the capacity. The fact this can go up to 20 litres, whereas as you can see with this big jug, it only goes to 15. And I think my last pro has to be price. This setup, for the build quality and for what it does, I feel should be roughly about 60 to 70 pounds. This is under 50 pounds, coming in at 46 pounds. So you basically get everything that you need to get up and running straight away. What about the cons? Are there any cons with it? It would be nice if you could use this to hold drinking water, but because of the material, I mean, I dare say you'd be fine drinking it, but you're just going to taste a lot of rubber and stuff, so it's not really advisable to drink out it. But as far as cons go, that's it. So who is the Flextail Tiny Shower Bag go for? Literally anybody. For van lifers, you can use it for washing dishes, washing your hands, having showers. And because of the small form factor of it, you could take it to campsites for tent camping and stuff, just fill it up with clean water at the campsite. You could use it for paddle boarders, kayaking, just to get, you know, salt water off it, just get it nice and clean again. Dog walkers, dog groomers, hikers to wash your boots off after a hike, cyclists, again, hosing down your bike after a hike, beachgoers so you can wash all the sand off you before you get back in the car. And with that handle, you could use it for garden maintenance or allotments where you don't have any water, so you could fill it up, take it over, you know, if you're watering your plants during the summer and stuff like that. But for everybody that I've said who's this for, again, all you need to do is just fill this up, put it in the back of the car, back of the van, and you've got 20 litres of water. So guys, if you want to pick up the Tiny Shower Bag, I'll leave a link to it in the description. And Flextail have also kindly given me a 15% off code. So if you use the code RobnDob15, you'll get a nice 15% off your order. But guys, that's going to cover it for this episode. If you did go and enjoy the episode, why not drop it a wee like and let me know in the comments. Let me know, do you agree with me that this is a nice all-in-one shower system? For me, this is going to be the permanent addition in Dobby and the next van. This is literally what I've been looking for. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, why not consider subscribing and hit the bell notification so you're always notified when I drop a new video. So until the next one guys, peace.